New York at night. Broadway shows, late dinners. If you have the cash, the world is yours for the asking.
You looking for some action, baby? Want a party?
Yeah? Don't worry, there's too many cigarettes.
Okay, baby. I guess it's not your voice that really matters. You want to do it here? I've done it in some pretty weird places, but, I don't know, this place is, spooky.
This is where I want to be.
You coming? Oh, what's the matter? Are you shy?
Put this on. Around your neck.
You want to do it with me while...
And wear this too.
Hey, come on, man. You know, I'm always ready to party. Ask anybody, but, you know, I don't look really good in this.
Pray.
No, please. Please, I'm really sorry. I'll do anything. Somebody help me.
Night is also a time we ask for forgiveness. But I have a confession. There's one sin I can't forgive. Murder. The phone rang. A familiar voice with a lyrical lilt asked a favor. Could I see him? Of course I could. It was Father Dressler, pastor of St. Albans Church. We hadn't talked since my last confession, and a lot of holy water had gone under the bridge since then.
To the host. I remember when I tried to get you to play soccer.
The only reason we came out is because you said it was football.
Well, it was football. It is football.
Whatever you say, Father. Well, please, tell me, what brings you here? You said you wanted my help?
The neighborhood has changed, Michael. The parish has changed. St. Albans is no longer a family church. The ladies in the bonnets are gone, God love them. We are now a candlelight of inspiration for the ladies of the night and the homeless.
Well, I'd be happy to help with a donation.
Don't insult me, Michael.
I'm sorry. No harm intended.
I need you. I need you to protect these ladies, all of them.
Protect them from what? From who?
I can't say.
Well, I need more than that, Father.
I can't say any more, Michael.
I can't read your mind.
Look at me, what am I doing?
You're avoiding my question. Now, is it something you heard in confession that makes you think these hookers need my protection?
Please don't call them that.
Father.
God be with you, Michael.
Father Dressler had a secret he couldn't share, but couldn't keep. The confidentiality of the confessional is a sacred law of the church and protected by the law of the land. But who would protect Father Dressler?
Who's there? Someone there? How can I help you? What are you doing here?
You broke your vow to God. You should never reveal the secrets of a confession.
If you're the thing.
The eyes of the Lord are looking down on you.
you some help. You're very sick, my son.
Please. No, I'm not sick. I know exactly what I have to do.
Please, in the name of God!
Now his secret was safe. You can always trust a dead man to hold his tongue. The phone rang again. Another familiar voice. Captain Skip Gleason of the NYPD.
What happened? I was hoping you'd tell me. I found this in his pocket.
Anybody see anything?
Well, I've got some cops canvassing the area. Talk to me, Mike.
He came to my office a couple hours ago, and he was visibly upset about something. He wanted to hire me, but he said he needed to talk to a higher authority first.
God?
The bishop.
Well, what were they talking about?
I don't know. Hookers, soccer, confessions. Come on, Skip, this is personal. I need everything you got.
Jesus, what is it, a full moon tonight? Look at this crap. She was found in a dumpster in some alley. Forensics says she was killed somewhere else by a small caliber gun.
Did you see this wooden cross?
Didn't anyone ever teach you to knock? Oh, excuse me, Deputy Mayor, I didn't see you.
I wish I'd said that.
What the hell is Hammer doing here? Mike, you want to wait outside? The country.
I'm gone.
Our entire administration is based on crime reduction. A dead priest? My God, if a priest isn't safe in this city, what are the voters going to feel? I want this case solved. I want it solved yesterday. It is our #1 priority, sir. What is he doing here? The priest that was murdered had Hammer's business card. Good. He's a suspect. Book him.
Sorry, Barry, I'm already booked. Father Dressler was my client.
The prostitute priest was your client?
He didn't like being called that. And if you're upset about a dead priest, wait until the press makes a connection between a dead priest and a dead prostitute. I bet the mayor's gonna love to hear that.
What are you saying? There's a connection between the prostitute and the priest?
He just wasn't any priest. He cared about prostitutes. He wanted to help them. And you check ballistics. I'll bet you 10 to 1 that the gun that killed Father Dressler matches the gun that killed the dead hooker. Who knows, Barry? It might even match the gun under your pillow. I'm out of here. Don't worry. I'll lock up before I leave the country.
Why are you so mean to him?
Father Dressler's life was snuffed out like a candle in the wind. He was already sorely missed.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you. My name is Mike Hammer. I'm a friend of Father Dressler's.
I know who you are. I saw you last night. Some of the girls we watched from across the street when they took Father away.
What's your name?
Candy.
Candy, you have any idea where I might find the new priest?
He's inside.
Thanks. I walked these same steps as a kid, kicking snow off my shoes as an altar boy running late for the 6:30 Mass. St. Albans hadn't changed much, but I had. Too many years of living had beaten blind faith out of me. I don't need a pew to ask the big guy for help. I prayed at the track when December's rent was riding on the nose of a 3-year-old. When I was in Nam, I prayed for the lives of my men during a firefight in Khe Sanh. And I prayed over my mother's tears the night my father died. No, I don't need a cathedral to get down on my knees. The whole damn world's my chapel.
Excuse me. Excuse me, sister. I'm looking for Father James.
Good morning. May I help you? Welcome to St. Albans. I'm Father James.
Yeah, I'm Mike Hammer.
Oh, the private investigator.
Yes. What, my collar give it away?
No, Father Dressler mentioned your name on more than one occasion.
I'd like to talk to you about Father Dressler's murder.
I've already discussed it with the police at great length. Aren't you confident they'll do an adequate investigation?
Well, I'm sure they will, but Father Dressler came to me and he wanted my help.
I know. But for what?
He seemed to be upset about something he heard during confession.
All right, Mr. Hammer, could you come with me, please?
Sure.
I can't believe Father Dressler would ever discuss something from confession.
Well, he didn't. I wish he would have. Do you know anything about the dead hooker the police found last night?
What would I know? Father Dressler brought them into the church, not me. I don't spend time administering to prostitutes.
And I need some information. What can you tell me about Father Dressler's murder?
Mr. Hammer, this is a house of peace. Let the police handle it.
It's very impressive. New school, new church. Bingo must be booming.
Frank Carter is donating land. Construction, millions of dollars.
Father Dressler had a very interesting life, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Where do these come from?
Those are made on the premises. We sell them to raise a little money.
So while Father Dressler is making little wooden crosses, you're out building shopping malls with pews, huh?
It's no secret that Father Dressler and I had opposing views on how to run a church.
And I guess you prefer land grants, charity balls, and rubbing elbows with the elite at the Archdiocese.
I prefer what's right for the church.
That's what they said during the Inquisition.
St. Albans had a late-night service, but the killer was after a different kind of service.
What's the matter, Sugar? You one of those funny boys?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we got something now.
Hey, wanna party?
You on the right. Get in.
Me and Angel, we can blow your mind. Let her come.
Just you on the right. Just one.
Oh, you do not know what you're missing, baby. Catch you later, Rosie.
Bye.
Really, I could give you a discount. Wouldn't be that bad.
Saints and sinners, heaven and hell. The clock was ticking and the devil was working overtime. I crossed the river Trix and followed a trail of fresh blood that led to another dumpster of death. Father Dressler was dead, and now a second call girl had joined him. I had to catch a killer. That was my cross to bear.
The wooden cross, that same red wig. You gotta put the word out on the street.
No can do, Mike. That is privileged information. Lawrence said we can't release anything to the press.
Oh, so now we're all dancing to the tune of the mayor's office.
Mike, my job is on the line here. All right, look, if you want to do something, you didn't get this from me. You stick around a few minutes, I'll see if I can get you a shot of her.
Thanks, Skip. I owe you one. Which reminds me, take the Celtics plus 10 against the Hornets.
Mike, the Celtics and the Hornets played last night.
Really? Who won?
Celtics.
Well, you see, you should have bet them.
We all have to believe in something, otherwise life would be unbearable. For some, the traditions of the church offer solace. For others, suffocation. So we explore new belief systems. Eastern, New Age, Tantric. I believe in justice, that wrong should be right. I also believe in evidence, fact, solid proof. But all I had now was faith I'd find it.
I can't believe it. This computer is jammed up. I can't get online.
You have a cursor?
$20 a month for a server. I can't even log on. I'm gonna do the cursing. Where's my manual?
Underneath the wobbly leg on my desk?
Well, it's not gonna do me much good in there.
You never use it.
Would you please get it?
Looks like your system just jammed. Give it a minute. What are you looking for anyway?
I'm looking for Carter Construction Company, a website. Velda!
Why Carter Construction?
If we're gonna find Father Dressler's killer, we gotta find a motive, and money is the best place to start. Jason Carter Jr. bankrolls most of what goes on at St. Albans.
Mike, what if it wasn't about money? I mean, whoever killed Father Dressler, they didn't take his watch or his wallet.
That's why we got to cover all the bases. It could be cash, and it could be power.
How do you get power from killing a priest?
That's the question.
You don't think Father James did it?
With Father Dressler out of the way, Father James controls most of that parish, and they got big plans. That's why I want you to go over to St. Albans. I want you to poke around and see what you can find there. Parishioners, the caretaker, anybody who hangs out, okay?
Okay.
Velda, I need some background on the Carter family. Financial records, medical records, arrest records, anything you can get. Well, you're going in the back door, I'll take the front. I'll check with you after I talk to Jason Carter.
Mike, wait. What if it wasn't about power or money? What if it was just a thrill killing?
Then we got a big problem. Those are the toughest cases to solve. So get busy. I don't want to hear about any more dead girls in dumpsters.
Wait a second. No wonder he can't get this to work. It's plugged into the answering machine.
Hey, at least he's trying.
This case lacked a solid foundation. I hope my chat with Jason Carter would be constructive.
What can I do for you? Here, you need one of these.
Well, this one's bulletproof.
Look, it's insurance policy, all right? Now, how may I help you?
Father James. Father James tells me you've got very deep pockets, got big plans for his church.
I have a foundation that handles all my donations, all right? If you want, I'll give you the name and the number of who to contact.
No. I'm not hitting you up for money. I'm investigating Father Dressler's murder. I wanted to ask you some questions about Father James.
Just give me a minute, okay? Look, I need this done, and I need it done yesterday.
You got it, boss.
Look, I'm sorry, Detective. How can I help you?
Father James came to you and he asked you for money for his project.
No, he didn't come to me. I came to him. My father died of cancer about a year ago. I'm donating the building, the land, the construction, everything in his name. Father James has been most helpful with the project. You know, you never did tell me your name. You're not a police detective, are you?
No, my detection is private. Name is Mike Hammer.
Who hired you?
Father Dressler was an old friend of mine.
He's an old friend of mine, too. Look, I'd like to write you a check for your fee.
That won't be necessary. This one's on me. Thanks for your time.
Well, good luck, Mr. Hammer. Oh, Mr. Hammer. A hard hat?
Oh. Too bad it was beginning to grow on me.
Jason Carter was a man with big plans. Steel and glass were his tools. But the killer's mark was a simple wooden cross. And like Jesus, St. Albans handyman Ozzie was a carpenter.
Ozzie?
Yeah, who wants to know?
Mike Hammer. Hey, nice work. Make a lot of these?
Why do you care?
I'm a private investigator, and I've got some questions about an old friend of mine.
Let me guess, Father Dressler?
Right.
And you figure I whacked him because I spent some time in jail. Yeah, well, that's bull. I like the old man. He was the only one ever gave me a chance.
Take it easy, kid. Nobody's accusing you of anything. Yet.
I don't know nothing about this. It's $5 for the cross.
What'd you do time for?
I got a fighting with my girlfriend. She made a big deal out of it.
Did you kill her?
Well, maybe I should have. Besides, I'm better now. I'm on medication.
Good. Don't forget pill time.
In times of war, both armies claimed God's on their side. During the Crusades, they killed in the name of Christ. The Jihad, the Intifada, it's just mass murders sanctioned with prayers.
No, you shut up and you listen to me, bitch. The old priest, he ain't around no more, and the new caller is not hooker friendly. I am your only friend, you understand?
Get out of here, Slick. No one wants you around, and none of the girls are going back.
I'm sorry, baby, but...
You okay?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the guy that's gonna make you sing soprano if you lay one more hand on her.
Oh, is that right? So you think you know how to handle my kind, huh, tough guy?
Yeah, I flush.
Some other place, some other time, big man.
Practice your scales.
How did this start?
He always comes in here. Mike.
Hey, stop it! Right, I said stop it, right now!
Messing with the girls wasn't good for the old man. It's not gonna be good for you either. Did you get me?
Got it.
Oh! I think he broke my nose. You see what kind of animals you let in here?
You are an animal, aren't you?
Oh! I got your number, Hammer!
That was so cool the way you popped that pimp. But, Hammer, don't ever lay a finger on me, because if you do, I won't be going with no priest.
Don't worry, Ozzy. I don't want to get my hands dirty.
But that pimp was right. This church is no place for whores like you. You don't belong in a place like this.
Ozzy, go cut some more wood.
I wasn't sure about Ozzy, but Candy had another cross to bear.
That pimp, what's his name?
Slick.
Did Slick ever threaten Father Dressler?
He threatens everyone. Hammer, 3 of my friends are missing. One for 2 days, and last night, Rosie and Angel. Nobody's seen them since.
Well, I'm afraid I got bad news for you, Candy. 2 girls were found in a dumpster. Are these friends of yours?
Oh, my God. It's Rosie and Faith.
The wooden cross around their necks. And the red wigs they're wearing. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Take it easy, Brown Eyes. I'm with you. I'm not gonna let you down.
I'm gonna talk to the girls and get the word out. Rosie had a partner, Angel. They went everywhere together. She must be dead, too.
Well, just these 2 girls were found. One last night and the other a couple of nights ago.
I gotta find Angel.
I think what you gotta do is close up shop for a while until this whole thing blows over.
My landlord's not interested in current events. Besides, I got a kid to feed.
Hunger compels people to do desperate things. So does greed. Would Father James help Jason Carter save his soul and his bank account?
Oh, Mr. Carter, here's the gentleman who was causing the disturbance I was telling you about. This is,
Oh, I've already met Mr. Hammer.
You have?
That surprise you?
Haven't you caused enough damage for one day?
It depends. Don't get so hot under the collar, Father. I'm looking for a girl they call Angel. She might be a witness. You know anything about her?
I've told you before, Mr. Hammer, I can't help you. I want you out of my church.
Your church? Is your name on the lease? I thought this was God's house.
All right, that was out of line, Mr. Hammer. Now, if you don't have anything else here, we do have some important business.
2 girls and a priest are dead. In my book, that is important business.
The Bible tells us that God helps those who help themselves. That night when I got to my apartment, Slick had helped himself to my beer. God help him.
What the hell are you doing here?
Having a cold one on you.
How's your nose, pimp?
Doctor says it ain't broke. And I still look good.
That's a matter of opinion.
Hammer, you're screwing with the wrong guy.
I don't screw guys.
Oh! Leave me and my business alone. Or next time you leave in a body bag.
Maybe Slick just wanted a Bud Light. I gotta change the locks. My face was killing me, but killing's a sin. So I forgave myself with a glass of holy water. Tennessee holy water.
If you ask me, it's a waste of good booze.
I didn't ask you. Now hold still like a big boy. I'm trying to clean up what used to be your craggly, handsome face.
While you're at it, dab a little on my tongue.
There. You still look like hell, but at least you feel better.
Thanks.
Now, you take 2 of these, and you call me in the morning.
The 2 of these, I may call you in a half an hour.
Did you, call the cops on this?
No, I don't want to bury this guy for assault. I want to nail him for murder.
You think he killed Father Dressler and those girls?
Maybe, maybe not. One thing's for sure, he moved to the top of my list.
What happened to you?
Somebody mistook me for a piñata. What's the word in the church?
Well, it seems everybody loved your old priest. Never turned anyone away. The new guy, though, this Father James, well, he might be well respected, but he is certainly not loved. And that's not only by the girls.
Everybody's down on him, right?
Poor, the old, no one's got a good word to say about this guy.
What about the nuns?
None of the nuns like him.
And, the choir?
I didn't talk to the choir.
Did you get a chance to meet him?
No, thank God.
Well, turn around, say hello.
Father James, it's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot of good things about you.
That's what I get for coming in without knocking. Can I speak with you a few minutes alone?
Come on, Nick. Let's go get your foot out of your mouth.
Sit down, Father. What can I do for you?
Mr. Hammer, I want you off this case. This is a matter for the police and the church to deal with in their own way. It's not your business.
Why not?
Look what's already happened to you.
I never felt better. Listen, you never talked to me about your relationship with Father Dressler.
Well, we had different ideas on how a parish should be run. I think the homeless belong in a shelter, not in the church. I think that a halfway house for juvenile delinquents should be run by professionals.
And what about hookers? You think they should stay on the streets?
Of course not. But they don't belong in the church. They need professional help.
I thought the church opened its doors to everyone.
It does. But the church can't be all things to all people. And maybe Father Dressler and I had our differences, but that's no reason to treat me as a suspect.
What makes you think you're a suspect? You still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm afraid I'm the bearer of bad news. They found Angela dead in another dumpster.
Father James might not win Father of the Year, but I knew he wasn't the killer. But who was? Who was killing hookers with a Derringer, and why? That's when I got a call from a very unreliable source.
Mike Hammer, Private Investigations. Please hold. Mike, you still here?
Depends on who it is.
Who's calling? I think you're gonna want to take this.
Hello.
Hammer, it's Slick. We gotta talk.
I think you've already said everything I want to hear.
No, listen, we need to talk. I know who's killing all the hookers.
Yeah, so call the cops.
No. No cops. This is the way it goes down. You meet me on Long Island at the oil refinery. Okay. I did it. Now what?
You got gas?
Yeah.
Come on, we're going to Long Island.
Long Island.
I prayed all the way to Long Island that Nick's car wouldn't break down on the Grand Central Parkway. God took my call because we made it. Barely. But what we'd find was another story. There's a time to reap and a time to sow, and there's a time for caution. I smelled a trap. Slick?
Slick!
Jesus.
Not quite. Don't move. Not a single step. Don't even breathe.
What the hell's going on?
You're standing on a tripwire.
I'm just gonna back off.
No. Don't move. Gotta try and figure this thing out.
What's that?
Remember Chicken Little? I think the sky's about to fall.
What do we do, Mike?
You see this wire? Runs along the ground. This pole along the ceiling goes right into that wooden box.
Listen, why don't you just back off? You don't need to be here.
It's a good idea. As much as I hated to, I had to cross Slick off my list of suspects.
What do we do with this guy?
Why? Are the garbage collectors on strike?
Back on the streets with the Sisters of Cement, we all need a guardian angel. But what Angel needed was guarding.
Okay, get yourself together, come.
Who you talking to, Angel?
No, please. Please, no. I won't tell them. No, please, no. No, please don't kill me. Please. Please.
Pray. Get on your knees and pray for your redemption. I said pray, whore.
Mike, I hit pay dirt.
What do you got?
Well, nothing on Jason Carter Jr., but Carter Sr., he's another story.
So tell me the story.
Well, I got a copy of his death certificate, and the man didn't die of throat cancer. He died from syphilis. I gotta go. I'm having drinks with the coroner.
Well, have a stiff one on me. Thanks, sweetheart.
The things I do for that man.
Hammer, I found out something about that creep. Something's wrong with his voice. He talks through one of those mechanical things.
Candy? Hey. No. I am not gonna put you in harm's way. You're not gonna do this.
Yes, I am. He's killing my friends. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cut him.
Put that thing away. You know, he carries a gun.
So, that's the reason I need your help. How about it?
All right. Let me see here.
Maybe I got something. Where the hell did I put that thing? Oh, yeah, here it is.
Wear this wire. 1 second, though. Put it in your purse. Stay close to it. You'll be safe.
Hey, Mike, I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm getting a burger.
Grab your car instead. Come on, Candy. We're taking a road trip.
Mary Magdalene was a hooker and a friend of Jesus. Who am I to judge? You give it away, it's love. But if you sell it, it's a felony. Candy was wired for sound, and Nick and I were just plain wired.
What do you want?
Candy had faith in me, and she believed I'd protect her. It's not easy playing God when you're not.
Try the yellow pages. Get out of here.
Been here for hours, Mike.
Gotta give it some time. Sooner or later, this psycho will pick up the scent of our red-headed lady.
Are you there? Are you there?
Flash the lights.
Looking for a good time.
You came to the right place.
Get in.
That's him.
Come on. Come on! Move it! Move that truck! Move it!
So, where are we going?
We lost her, Mike.
The church. In times of trouble, some turn to the church for direction. I'd lost Candy and didn't know where to turn. If miracles happened, now would be a good time for one.
What do you want, Hammer? I thought I made myself clear. You're not welcome here.
Nobody's welcome around here. You've made sure of that. Now, right now, Candy is in the hands of a killer. Father Dressler knew who that killer was through a confession. Do you also know who it is?
If I have knowledge gained in the confessional, then I'm in the same position as Father Dressler.
Father, you have a chance to save a girl's life. If you know something about this, you've got to tell me.
I can't tell you.
Father, look at me. I don't have time for this. Candy is in danger and she needs my help now. Right now! This Father Dressler's a young man. Who's the redheaded woman?
That picture was taken 30 years ago. That's Frank Carter's mother. She committed suicide shortly after the picture was taken.
With a Derringer?
Yes. His father died a year ago this week. Throat cancer.
Where's this new church supposed to be built?
What is this? An old factory?
Pray for your redemption.
So, you've been here before.
You're just a whore. Now I said pray.
I'll do anything you say. You're not gonna go crazy on me, are you?
You're in the hands of the Lord now, whore.
Father James had finally seen the light. He gave me the address, and Nick and I broke all the commandments of the road to get there. Candy's life was on the line, a line I gave her.
I'd like to pray.
Where is she, Mike?
I don't know.
Hammer, where the hell are you? Hammer, where are you?
What the hell's he got to do with this?
Over there!
Come here, you little whore!
Nick!
You all right, Candy?
It's all over, Carter.
Nothing's over, Mr. Hammer.
You think that little woman's gun is gonna make a difference?
You killed them all, Carter. To rewrite your family history and avenge the suicide of your red-haired mother. Pushed over the edge by a philandering father you worshipped.
Women broke the commandments. They lured my father from my mother. This woman of the night deserved the ultimate punishment.
The same kind of punishment you gave to Father Dressler? What was he guilty of?
He violated his vow with the church. He told about my confession. He needed to die.
You didn't give him much more of a chance than your own father had, now did you?
Look, you leave my father out of this. He was a pillar in the church.
How many whores did he have to do before he got syphilis, Carter?
That's good. That's good. What? One of these street people, huh? They throw a few insults at me and I'm just gonna lose control? Now, you put that gun down, Mr. Hammer. I'll kill this whore right now.
All right. I'll put the gun down, but if I do, you're gonna let her go, right? Agreed?
Of course.
Candy, I'm gonna put this gun down on 3.
Quit stalling!
I'm putting the gun down now. I'm putting it down on 3. Ready?
1.
Come on!
2.
Come on, put it down!
So long, Sparky. We all have to go sometime.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
The big guy heard my prayer. Nick was okay. I lit a candle in thanks.
Excuse me, Mike. No smoking on the church grounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's too bad. I know a lot of sinners who smoke, myself included.
I hope you understand what I was faced with. How difficult it was not being able to say what I knew. How difficult it must have been for Father Dressler.
It's the code of the church. The codes of the court, the procedures the police have to follow. I mean, they're all designed to do what's right. Why is it we get ourselves in such a quandary trying to protect the rights of the wrong people?
They all have rights to protect, Mike. Even the worst of them. I guess you've never had much problem doing what's right, have you?
Are you kidding? I get myself in trouble every day doing what I think is right.
Well, keep it up. You had Father Dressler's blessing. You have mine.
Thank you.
Listen, we're celebrating Mass in an hour. Care to join us?
Oh, well, not today, maybe. Next Sunday?
Okay. I'll save you a seat, front and center. Listen, I might be able to get us tickets for the Knicks game on Thursday.
Do I detect a bribe?
Well, bribe's an ugly word. I prefer incentive.
Okay, it's a deal. Listen, next time you're talking to the big guy, you might put in a good word for the Knicks. They need it.
I'll light a candle.
The way they're playing, you better light all of them. See you Thursday.
Bye.